What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So on the last video you saw kind of a giant fireball coming from around this location, but you know, it doesn't look like it really damaged a whole lot, really. I mean, that looks a little melted maybe. Most of the wiring's like, it doesn't look too bad. I haven't jacked the truck up yet and looked underneath, but we're gonna start by pulling the stack off and getting the plugs pulled, and I'm guessing we'll get a couple burnt ones. We're gonna compression test it and see what we can find. If it's good, we're gonna throw an intake back on this thing and go rip an actual burnout where the charge pipe doesn't blow off. Like 2 seconds into the burnout, the charge pipe was like, I've left the chat. I had a lot of people in the comments wondering what happened. So basically what happened is the boost tube blew off in the first 2 seconds. The motor wasn't making boost, so I decided to go out there and just give it my best shot anyway. The pad was completely slick, so I couldn't get any heat in the tires. They were colored smoke burnout tires from Highway Max. I had a red one on one side and a blue one on the other side. I'm not even sure which is which. Get any heat in the tires and hit the nitrous. It backfired, and then the engine didn't want to crank over to get off the burnout pad, so I figured I'd give it a little sniff of nitrous and see what happens. And well, we all saw how that ended up. Basically what happened is the intake blew up, and it pushed this side, well, both sides of the crossover here for the fuel rails right out of the rails, and it was just spraying raw fuel all over everything. In the video you can see I paused a little bit, and I remember thinking, oh crap, the fuel pump's still on, so dove back in the cab and shut it off. And that's why they were able to put out the fire. That's also why the fire did not go out initially, was because it was spraying raw fuel everywhere. And it probably honestly saved most of the wiring, because gas doesn't burn, it's the fumes that burn. So anyway, it really doesn't look too bad. Just got a little charred too, but nothing that we can't replace, just some rubber lines and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and crank this thing over and just see how it sounds without turning the fuel pump on. Really doesn't sound too bad. The lower radiator hose completely just grenaded itself. I don't know if you guys can see.
Got it.
Yeah, it blew the spring out. I found the spring over here. I saw 275 about 3/4 of the way through, so it probably saw north of 300, and I'm pretty sure there's zero coolant in the block right now. But we're gonna go ahead and pull the plugs and compression test this thing. There was, like I saw from the cab, there was a fire like right in here, and I'm not sure what it was. Probably just the header wrap catching on fire again. We're gonna have to get that figured out. I think I'm gonna go with a twin turbo setup here soon, so I can eliminate the crossover pipe. Oh, that one doesn't look too bad at all. Look at that. That's decent. It's not even any fuel on that one, or oil or anything. This one doesn't look too bad either. Jason. Might be able to just reuse all these plugs. I figured one of them got burnt. Pull the last plug here. Yeah, looks all right. I guess we'll be using those on the next one. Hooked up, and we're just gonna check compression on all these cylinders real quick. You wanna hit the key? Well, it looks like that one's got a whopping, about 75, 80. That's like 95. Yeah.
Well, we should probably switch that belt. That might help if we.
Yeah, maybe we take the belt off.
Let's just cut it
before we do anything else.
I got this.
That was a brand new belt too from Napa. I spent a lot of money on that belt.
$16.
It's a whole $35.
35.
I have no idea.
Oh man.
How many engines ago was this?
This was actually just last summer.
So like 4 engines.
It was like one engine. Okay?
It was 5 transmissions and 1 engine ago.
Yeah, that's the thing that keeps going out. That one's up to 120. That one's about 90.
So far we're not below 75.
That's not terrible.
So there's not supposed to be like a 10% swing across.
Dude,
Right, but
I'll give you like $3,000 for this engine right now. It's in really good shape.
you are, dude, I will sell it to you right now. Like, yeah.
With an oil change. He'll sell it to you
dude. Okay, I don't even know if I could do that. Like 3,000, like 50 maybe, just because oil change is like too good. It's too good to be true.
I'd definitely sell it for $3,000.
I
Anybody in the comments, I will sell this motor right now for $3,000. I'll pull it, I'll ship it, I'll crate it, I'll ship it to you right to your door. Even if you live on Mars.
With an oil
right.
change, free
Good.
shipping.
80.
90.
Is it 90?
Yeah. It's not bad.
This thing's healthy
But
yet. This is fine.
Would it run on 90, you think?
Oh yeah, it'll run at 90.
So we need more boost to do burnout then.
You need boost to make up for the lack of compression.
Nice.
Yep.
Hey, that means we can turn it all the way up, right? All the boost, all the time.
It does crank over, so it, you know.
And even more nitrous.
And the oil's nice and clean. Still, look at this. Look this out. It's barely even black. Love it. That's not bad at all.
What was that, 115, 120?
Well, we're past the danger zones, which is this cylinder and that cylinder. Those are the ones that, in my experience, like to blow ring lens first. That motor over there had one that was completely down in compression, but I think there was a hole in a piston or something. We'll pull that apart some other day. Hit it. Ooh. Well, it's about 65 or so.
That's about 70.
Is it?
It's about 70.
Whatever. 65, 70. Close enough. We got one that's kind of down a lot, but
7 is more than 8, so it's fine. 7 good ones, 1 bad one. It'll run great.
yeah, as long as we can get it to run on 7 cylinders.
Yeah.
What concerns me is it didn't want to start before I hit the nitrous. So something was definitely unhappy. Although I'm not sure what. Well, that wasn't a lot of compression.
What was that one at?
Like 65, 70 again. It's a pretty big swing.
But we didn't do a compression check before, so we don't know if those were.
Right, but they were probably all decent because it ran great. I mean, it ran.
It actually ran really good, yeah.
So
I feel like we heard a puppy, Dwight.
What?
I feel like we heard a puppy
So
with a good 6.0.
So
We just
no one cares.
I do.
Who gives a crap? I'll pull it
I
out
would
and
have
build
taken
it.
it.
Well, you know, I did offer to buy the fairly built one that probably would have lasted a little longer, but
Yeah, but this one's got a stock cam in it.
whatever. So we'll pull this off in a second, but that blade is shaped kind of it's not really how a throttle blade's supposed to be shaped there, but we'll pull it off here and give you guys a better look at it. You too much nice, you'll blow yourself up. Or something.
the computer was yelling danger to manifold. And
Yeah,
it just,
I ignored it.
he said, "Shut up," and slammed it shut.
And his floorboards fell out.
Yeah, how does that work?
And nuts and bolts from random
danger to man 'em
spots.
full, but the floorboards fall out. Yeah. So yeah, you can see there, that kind of got a little V-shaped. Normally it's supposed to be kind of straight. It's supposed to be bent like that way a lot. But the rest of it's probably fine. I just need to find another throttle blade. So I had this guy message me on Instagram, and he said part of the intake blew up into the stands. So I told him if he ships it to me, I'll sign it and ship it back. So hopefully we'll have part of the intake back. I am gonna send it back to him though, because it's of no use to me, obviously. So I found something kind of bad here. Might have to get a new harness. So this is the fuel injector harness, and it looks a little charred. You can't really see it too well here. Give me a second. Yeah, that doesn't look too healthy. So, all right, got her kind of loose. There we go. All right, so we magically have our new intake installed,
And there's
injectors
no...
in. There's no curvature in the blades. That's nice and straight. It's how you want it. I think we're good. I think we're ready to give her a nice little test fire. See what happens.
Should we put the turbo tube on?
Nah, just leave it off. We're fine. Two weeks.
Oh, she wants to.
Oh, she's. Oh, the map sensor's not plugged in either.
That's what I told you.
I should do that. Probably. That might help.
Recycle.
That is thin, boy. That is fire.
Okay. Well,
How is it running?
It literally, that was like an insane backfire. And it
Okay.
just started back up.
I know. Okay, so now.
You're amazed, okay? You're amazed.
Yeah, I'm a little amazed at that. That's impressive, actually.
LS.
And it sounds like it's running on all eight.
LS for the win.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can beat the crap out of these things. I was sure it was done. There's probably, I'm sure there's some bent push rods.
Oh, I'm sure.
Doesn't matter.
Eh.
I mean, now that it's alive
It
again,
sounded
it
good.
almost makes you want to
sounded good, so.
cam it.
Makes me want to take
Let's
it
No,
out.
cam it.
the compression's
Let's
way down.
cam it.
No.
I think you should really take it out. And
That's
rip it.
stupid.
Right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't. There's no water in the radiator.
that's fine.
Oh, there's no radiator hose to hold the water.
I'll get a radiator. Well, I can't get a radiator hose tomorrow, so.
AutoZone will be. Nope.
No,
AutoZone.
no,
No. No.
Thanksgiving.
No.
Well, the motor chooched back to life, boys. So, get a radiator hose and we're gonna finish those tires off because they were supposed to smoke red and blue and it didn't happen. And I'm very disappointed. So that's it for this video, guys. In the next one, you'll see me cook the rest of the tires off with the old 6.0 here that just magically chooched back to life, even though it only had like 70 PSI of compression in 2 cylinders. So, deuces.